Bueno, gente, ¿qué pasa? Pues aquí estamos. Ayer acordaros cuando lo dejamos que dije, vamos a hacer las transmisiones principales, o sea, secundarias, ya solo quedan dos, porque me fui a gestionar el inventario y ya me cogí cerca y era de buscar los cadáveres, los encontré, la del Noma que me habían robado las gemas, los encontré, me dio mi pasta y se acabó. Vamos a hacer estas dos, ¿vale? Y luego ya seguimos con esta. Vale, como siempre, tío, gracias a los que estáis suscritos, a los que no, gracias también, y suscribiros, tío, que me hacéis un cable, tío. Y luego, en el gameplay 19 podéis mirar y está explicado por qué el cambio de los nombres en los vídeos de la lista de reproducción, y por qué estamos sin chat, sin comentarios y sin cosas. Vale, bueno, vamos a empezar, me quito el pinga, tío, que me pica la oreja.
Students of magic, masters of spell.
Hello, hello. All manner of goods can be found at Gwalchmay's Goods. You, my friend, you know just the thing to make an old man happy. Mabrin wine, queen of all wines.
Mind your step.
Citizen.
Your inquiry was successful. Please, take this to cover travel and any other expenses. There are a number of advantages to basing ourselves in Rathir. The plains are among the most magical of the regions in these, and we receive special patronage from the Orbicant. The rules of Rathir, for the purposes of furthering the study of magic. Magic is reaching all races. If we do not know what its limitations and strengths are, then we are in for darker times. I oversee the training of initiates here in the Rathir chapter. Defensive work, mostly, to protect themselves while doing research or going on expeditions.
Yes? I am on official business. Unless you've been sent by the Alpha army, we have no reason to speak. I was a soldier once, in the years before the Crystal War. I saw many die at Gallifore Fields. You could say I learned my lesson. I'm here as a recruiter for the Alpha army. My superiors believe there's still fresh blood to be wrung from the Forsaken Plain. They're wrong, of course. Let's just say I'm glad I'm not one of them. War is harsh on many people in many ways. Those of us who can avoid the suffering should. Ask anyone and you'll get the same answer. They're animals. They care nothing for the mortal races. We're just dust to them. Enough! Keep your voice down. You're right, you're right. I'm a scoundrel and a coward. But you would have done the same thing. Give me a chance to make it right. You have my word, as a father. My informing days are over. Good riddance.
Need a hand? Hello, I'm Orca Tetran, village healer. You're new in Amer. I never forget a face. Are you with the refugees? I'm sure you've me. I don't care about that. I've never met one so obsessed. He goes on and on about his life's work. You can usually find him holed up in his house across the way. But they are sorry caravan. I, for one, believe their stories. Look what the Tuatha have done across the sea, and what they intend to do if they arrive here. Gods forbid. What would stop them from sending warriors to hunt us down by our very hearths? The Tuatha will not rest until they break us. That is why we must never let them. Bye. Stay safe.
Looking for a fate reading? Got my deck in hand. Pleasant travels.
Halt! Don't let me catch you making trouble again.
What do you want? Do you always approach strangers out in the wild? It's a bad habit, to be sure. I was a seamstress who made nets for the coastal fishermen. My hands may be callous, but they're strong. I don't care where we are. All I care about is finding someplace to call home. So if they can keep their blasted, battle-dead glory, I just want a decent night's sleep. Few of us had even spoken to each other before the Tuatha came, but tragedy has a way of throwing disparate souls together. What kind of question is that? You want to know about the Tuatha? Go back to Tawili. Gaze at the fires that never cease. There's your education. What was I supposed to do? The Tuatha will sow terror far beyond Tawili to the depths of Dalantarth if they can. I only did it for the money. But I will never do it again, you have my word. Spare me, please. Bye.
Stop staring at me. I'm not doing anything strange. You're the outsider here. I worked in my uncle's granary. I hated it, but I guess that doesn't matter now. I'll take the little gold I have left and start my own business. Someplace safe, I hope. I'm just here. What do you want me to say? My farm was burned just like everyone else's. They had farms in Culm, right? They aren't so scary. People round here are just bitter because the Tuatha destroyed their lives. I guess it's mostly a matter of perspective. Tuatha? Are you mad? The only thing I know about the Tuatha is how they killed my cousins and put my granary to the torch. Who told you? Was it Froma? I knew she was weak. I need the gold, okay? The Tuatha took everything. The least I can do is take their money. Listen, spare me and I'll leave. Disappear. Just go where they can never find me. That's a promise. Goodbye.
I saw you coming. Hope you'd visit. Just about mad with worry. What with the freemen roaming the hills and caverns. Tell me, child, have you noticed a young woman about? She's quite fair, with red hair, a tattoo like mine across her cheek. It's been 3 days. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for excess, but for necessity. I am no one. Everything that defined me, my livelihood, my family, my home, all of them were left ash by the Tuatha. Lyra is my life now. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman who passes us by. It's not what any of us planned. It was fate. My newfound love, and the only person I have. Everyone, my wife, my son, my grandchildren, all of them were killed in the attacks. Nothing remains but Lyra. She and several of her friends went in search of a better place to make our camp. This wretched sun takes its toll, doesn't it? But they never returned, and I worry. Would you do an old man this one kindness? Would you help me find her? Thank you. I am not rich, not anymore. But what I have left to give is yours. It means nothing without my love. Lyra went in search of refuge in Oriata's tomb. A better place than this desolate cliff. I would try the cemetery on the hill where they buried all the old war heroes. She resisted. We began as friends. I was the hunter and she was a fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete destruction. If I had the strength, I would climb that hill and pay my respects. She and her friends were crawling all over the hill near Oriata. Goodbye, good luck.
I knew someone would come. They all said we were as good as dead, but I held out hope. I don't know why. Never had any reason to hope before. So what's your story? Grave robber, treasure hunter, or like us, a refugee in search of shelter? We weren't looting, believe me. We'd have no place to put it. In fact, we've already stored most of our valuables in Bitter Cove to lighten our load. All we were hoping for was some shelter from the elements, for a moment's shade. But this tomb is protected by something devilish, and it wants us out. How noble of you. If this were any other situation, I would question your generosity. But seeing as we're out of food, I'll accept it wholeheartedly. The lever to deactivate the blades is located in the room at the top of the stairs, past the rune trap that summons the Fair Quarter. If you can get us out of this, you'll be someone special indeed. The name fits. We didn't have an easy life when we farmed the fields below Kulm, but it was nothing like this. If the bandits don't get you, the starvation will. Omer Vogard was Kulm's primary hunter, but it wasn't long after the Tuatha attacked that his hands gave out. Now he can't even hold a bow without shaking. I took over his job, and his heart. I tend to stalk my prey as opposed to shoot it. Something about looking it in the eye before it dies. There's respect in that. He is my beloved. Yes, there is a difference in our ages, but I believe that Omer's experiences have given him a lust for life, one to rival a man with half his years. We probably could have sought refuge in Rathir, but there is no way that Dokkalfar would have allowed us to stay. But if we don't belong there, where do we belong? I don't know much about Oriator, but what they taught in the village schoolhouse, before it was burned down. He was a war hero. Gallifore Fields, I'd gather. Past the rune on the floor and up the steps in the memorial hall. Try not to let the statues scare you. I can tell you have a delicate constitution. Bye.
I hate this hole.
I knew I could count on you to bring her back. I could see it in your eyes. A spark of recognition. You have a love too. Or did at one point, you know. There is no thanks worthy of this deed. But you were entitled to something. I was a hunter once. Those days are finished. Yours, it seems, are just beginning. See you.
Watch yourself.
This is a nice village. What is that?
The road has been long for you, my friend. You wear the dust of a job well done. I thank you. The people of the Tuuli coast thank you. I have seen much savagery on the eastern shores. May it stay there, where blood fills the boots of the fallen. We all do our part. You have done yours. Stay vigilant. Welcome back.
Hello there.
A ver, gente, una cosita. Los libros estos que veis que paso rápido es porque lo hemos visto en otros capítulos, ¿vale? En otros vídeos. Porque se te van repitiendo muchos por ahí. Entonces los que ya he leído, o me suena de que los he leído, los paso, ¿vale?
It's about time. Someone new. I was beginning to think I'd turn to dust here at this counter alone, uninteresting and not having spoken to another soul in days. Han likes to keep me up here, because down there I fill his ears with talk. Like that's a bad thing. This village is a graveyard sometimes. Talk would do it some good. Molly Janik at your service. I teach alchemy. What can be taught, that is. Most of it is a gift. Either you have it, or you don't. It's big business around here. The magic of the Forsaken Plane has cooked up some mighty strange ingredients, that's for sure. You'll find some pretty weird stuff. My father was an alchemist. He trained me and my sister Lila to carry on his legacy. Lila hates people. Spends most of her time in the cradle of summer, alone. Dull. I hate to say it, but the refugees are the most excitement we've seen here in weeks. You'd think there'd be more drama with a war on, but not in Emir. Here we are between the cradle of summer and Rathir, and I spend my days watching the clouds drift by. What do you want to know? If you're going to spend time with Lila, you might want to prepare yourself beforehand. She's, unique. Lila has spent far too long in the cradle of summer with the Fae and their magic. All of that exposure has, how do I put this, altered her perspective. She's strange, all right. There, I said it. Han is an idiot. He's the only one who's imposed this ban on refugees in the village. To what end? They don't want trouble. Only food, water, a warm bed. Idiot. I'll wait for you.
Isn't it a glorious day? I only have a few moments to spare. Farewell.
Hi. Welcome back. Do you require assistance? Bye. Stay safe.
Please, make yourself comfortable. We don't see too many travelers in a mare these days. Not with that forest of tents growing out front. Relax, and partake of what our small hamlet has to offer. We'll be here if you need us.
Please, sit with me. My company is open to all who thirst for knowledge. Come, share my fireside. Why, the Godstorm is the greatest event that our fragile world has ever witnessed. It was a battle, a conflict between fae. That's why I relocated to Emir to complete my book, the definitive work on the subject. The village is nice enough, quite. Sadly, I lack the last few resources needed to tell the full story. The works of the famous scribes Ewald, Dalston, Callas, and Wildfrold. Gone. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Ewald and Callas are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Keep your eyes open.
Need a hand?
You resemble someone of authority. Two rogues, likely freemen, have stolen a precious item from me. Pay attention! And to think my taxes pay your salary. Name your price. Well, perhaps that's not accurate, but you will win my favor. And they don't call me the richest man in Gorehot for my charming personality. Excellent. I will stay here, secure, and wait for your return. I am W. E. Mundus, owner of Oddities and Curios by W. E. Mundus. I have lived in the Mare village for nearly 1 year. I detest it. And don't get me started on the Alpha. Farewell, stranger.
have it? Help me! Bandits stole my amulet, the Eye of Amun, and I must get it back. Please! So, Oldie Mundus knows what happened. Well, I don't have the amulet. Gelt does. He took it from me. In exchange, he left his dagger in my shoulder. I knew the gem was cursed. I overheard Faye speak of it, and of the great trickster Amun. But the curse is worth the agony. Imagine the gold. Hurry, there isn't much time. Yes? Mind your business. Ignore the pint. I'm working here. Good riddance.
From the naked dirt sprang the Majestics, the firstborn of the wilds of Ashara. Around them, they heard the song of splendor of a once and future summer. And they responded. And the earth moved. The carver shaped, the architect built, and the shaper composed. Departing their home beyond the veil, the firstborn were torn asunder, with a cry that still lingers in the heart of every god tree and mountain. Then emptiness, followed by a darkening sky, and the frost wept with the first winter.
There was another named Own. This name was to be feared. The name is death, decay, and violence. A cold and fading moment. A mind not of misery in the few leaves of winter. A suit of armor beneath which lay a void. Where Issa's vision was of cultured landscapes, his was of the choking weeds. Own's reach devoured the land. The winter approached.
Lovely weather. Have you spotted any sativa fiber? It's okay if you haven't. I'll keep looking. Lovely weather. Leela Janik, didn't you know? I thought that's why you were speaking to me. I collect plants to sell, to mix, to eat. Some of them I haven't figured out what to do with yet. What I'd love is some sativa fiber. There's a patch of it, but the spiders won't let me near. Oh, hello. Did you just get here? Don't do it on my account. The cradle of summer will provide. I've always felt a kinship with the flora of the plains. Do you? Can you feel them break the soil with their stems? Their muse of... There is no richer region for reagents in all of Amalur. They say this is where the summer fae first rose from the earth. I find the fae very odd. How about you? I use it in potions to protect the corporeal form, to ensure health and longevity. It also makes a pretty decent aphrodisiac. That's something you're interested in. You met Molly? I love Molly. We haven't seen each other for years. She likes to talk about alchemy, while I like to do it. Have you ever eaten star thistle? It burns. They have a nest in one of the small crevices at the foot of the cliffs. You'll know it by all the corpses. Oh, bye.
Thank the gods. So do with me what you like. Just please, please take the amulet. It's yours. I'll tell you why. This Fey trinket belonged to Armen the Clever, and it's cursed. Like most, I considered it an old traveler's story. Well, now I'm a believer. It's real. I have the scars to prove it. Your only hope is to give it away, or to travel to Armen's Hollow, in hopes you can remove the curse, which is why I'm here. Please, take the amulet. I am so weak. I cannot withstand its influence. If I possess it any longer, I will surely die. Legend says that all I know is what I've seen. Once, perhaps the most treacherous and playful Fae ever to walk the green lands of the Summer Court. Evidence of his trickery can be found all over the Phalanx. Armen's Hollow of Syl is not far, right here in the Cradle of Summer. That's where I'm headed now. It is my salvation. What a relief. You have no idea. In order to be rid of its curse, you must take the amulet to Armen's Hollow of Syl and cleanse it. Armen wishes to make you enter his lair and face its many dangers. But once you've done that, the amulet is yours to keep. If you ask me, it's a high price to pay for a rather dull trinket. I've trekked here for several days and nights. In search of Syl Hollow, but I've yet to find it. I can't say Edwin. He was my partner, and a good one. But soon as I saw the amulet, I had to have it. Stabbed Edwin, took the goods. Yes, and I am a thief. Never had a spot of good luck. But taking what belongs to others doesn't make me a bad man, just a weak one. It is ancient, they say, as old as the Cradle of Summer itself. Armen the Clever calls it his home, even though no one has reported seeing Armen for centuries. It's terrible. Fire, ice, lightning. You will see. I'm sorry, but you took the amulet from me willingly. I won't touch it again. Go to the Hollow of Syl. It's the only way to cleanse the curse. That was my plan. Good luck.
Are you one of the intruders? One of the children of the... What else can we possibly give you that you haven't already taken? The cradle of summer is not a flower for the plucking. They are Rivener Tarsus, Gloamfrost, and Ender's Fire. 3 incredible weapons forged to end such prizes. Such items of power and importance cannot be kept in the open, and so they were hidden here. That is, until the intruders took them. A child of the dust wishes to help the cycle? Why, there is no precedent. If you truly wish to assist those of us in the deep slumber, you are welcome to. The 3 staffs were stolen from Sill Hollow and destroyed by the thieves who did not comprehend their power or their value. I heard their dying screams. The pieces must be recovered and the staffs must be reforged. If you can do this, you are more worthy of the cradle than I could imagine. But likely, you will not. It is for those answers that I seek the wisdom of the slumber. For it is in its reverie where I will learn the whereabouts of these thieves. Move swiftly.
You've gone and killed the spiders. How grand, how very grand. Normally I don't condone the killing of innocent creatures, but those are so creepy. You are too kind. From now on, you are considered a valued customer to all the Janics. Everything is cheaper for the Spider Slayer. That is your name, isn't it? So long.
The Shaper bequeathed her music to the countryside of marbled ruin. The plains birthed the gentle grass. Listless streams meandered through the verdant hills and babbled of their gentle travel to the face of the windswept cliffs. Thus the symphony of Arethel began.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Stay out of trouble. What is this? What news do you bring me? I can offer you riches, my friend. Gold. And what is better than that? Anything your heart desires in this world can be purchased. Well, you'd better become sure before I suspend my offer, or before I summon the militia to drag you off to Rathir for justice. Goodbye. Are you ready to negotiate? My amulet wishes to rest back beneath its glass. This village was once a bustling crossroads, but one must keep an eye on every possession since the disgusting, sweaty, pathetic things. Goodbye. Are you ready to negotiate? My amulet wishes to rest. I am aware of that. I do not appreciate your lack of common courtesy. It's customary to return stolen items to their owner, lest you yourself are the thief. Ah, justice. Yes, I believe you will go far in our world, ragged and raging as it is. As for those two knaves, I suspect they will meet with a gallows soon enough. Goodbye.
You're in my path, stranger. I ask that you step aside before I cast you off the cliffs. I'm plagued by visions of what your kind call the future. A telling beyond the present. It is all because of this new god. She clouds my thoughts, confuses me. You appeal to me using your mortal sense of guilt, something I truly do not understand. However, my role in the telling does not include Riven or Tarsus. Take my staff. The peace you seek is within. May it bring clarity to the deep slumber. That's laughable. I don't know you. I don't trust you. And I don't like the looks of you. Just see it doesn't happen again, mortal. Go on.
The jagged cliffs, angles meeting the swollen sea, treacherous to the ungainly Alfar, was the homeland our people took. I have seen the places upon the hillside our ancestors forged from sea-sculpted stone. Glir Rathwen, the bluffs of Twili, were settled near the light of the heavens that glittered brightest, gazing towards Lyria's teardrop, the earth's steeple rising to meet her magnificence.
Vale, gente, pues lo vamos a dejar aquí porque tengo que ir a gestionar inventario y eso, que ya no tengo sitio. Tengo que vender, recoger oro de la mina mía, en fin. Lo dejamos aquí esta noche sobre las 11. Entre las 11 y 11 y media más o menos empezar el directo otra vez. Y ya terminamos de hacer la secundaria esta y seguimos con la de las colarcanas. Vale, pues aquí lo dejamos, gente. Adiós.